I am C. Jayam Kannan. I am an ACCA member and a faculty of Audit and Assurance at Primetime Academy. And today I am going to teach about Going Concern. Going Concern has 4 learning objectives like auditor's responsibilities, management responsibilities, indicators of going concern, and reporting requirements. I've broken it like this so that you will be able to easily match the examiner's requirement in the questions with these subtopics and give your answers. Okay, so now before going in detail into these learning objectives, let's first learn what going concern actually means. The basic meaning of the term going concern, for learning that, first we will have to know the general assumption which we use for preparing financial statement is that the entity will be in a operational existence for the foreseeable future, and foreseeable future here means 12 months from the end of the reporting period. Okay, so now this when this thing is proper, the going concern basis shall be followed for preparing the financial statements. Now let's say an event happens that questions the entity's ability to continue as a going concern. What does this mean? When something happens that the entity is forced to liquidate or cease trading, it has no other alternative, then we call that the entity's ability to continue as a going concern is ceased. Okay, so now I said two terms. One is liquidating and one is cease trade. What is the difference between these two things? They are quite similar, but they are in fact very different. Liquidation means formal end to the company and removal of the company's name from the registrar of companies. But however, cease to trade means the company need not formally liquidate. However, it cannot continue its business due to some legal new law or some new law passing or something. For example, when I was a young kid in our state, in our country, selling of lottery tickets was legal. But after some 2-3 years, there was a chief minister who banned sales of lottery ticket. So upon which these companies which sold lottery ticket had to cease their trade, and if they wanted they can do some other business under the same company name, or they would have liquidated the company. So this is the main difference between liquidating and cease to trade. So now whatever, if any of these things happens, then the going concern assumption is not valid and the company will have to prepare their financial statement on some other basis like breakup basis or something else. Why we say it is not valid is because usually when the company is in operational existence for the foreseeable future, we use accrual basis of accounting and we record the assets and liabilities in fair value. However, when we are going to close the business and when we are going to sell the assets and liabilities, we can no longer carry them in the fair value because the returns that we get from those assets is only the money that we get by selling it, and we cannot operate it to earn any other revenue. So we have to restate the assets to the net realizable value. Because of all these requirements, what happens is the financial statements, the assets and liabilities value itself varies hugely when the financial statements is prepared on going concern basis compared to when it's prepared on a breakup basis or liquidation basis. So now this change of value of the assets and liabilities, and also the fact that the company is not preparing its financial statements on going concern basis, may have a huge impact in the share market, and the company's share value may alter heavily. Since we have to maintain the integrity of the financial market, the management has to be very careful in assessing whether the going concern assumption is applicable or not, and also the auditor has to verify if the management's assessment has been proper or not. So now let's come back to the basic definitions and stuff. The company prepares financial statement on going concern basis if viewed as continuing in business for the foreseeable future. So here one main term is foreseeable future. Foreseeable future means a period of at least 12 months from the end of the reporting period is what IAS 1 says. This particular definition is not given in the standards on auditing, it's given in IAS, accounting standards. Going concern is usually an underlying assumption, and this assumption shall not be valid if the management decides to liquidate or curtail materially its scale of its operations, that is to cease its business. Then financial statements cannot be prepared on a going concern basis, and it has to use a different basis for preparation of financial statements, such as breakup basis. Thanks.